starting, and we're here. Hi, everybody. It must be Thursday because myself, Eamon, and Mad Mike are all here to join in on the fun of the midweek war that is TNA and NXT.
All the stars are here, waiting for you. Couldn't have a war without ya.
So yeah, say hi, Eamon.
Hi, Eamon.
Say hi, Mad Mike.
Hi, everybody. Wait. Yeah, hi.
Hi, that one guy who said no. So, as you know, we sit around and we verbalize our opinions to you, the fine viewers of the Wrestling Mayhem show and abroad, about what we thought of the midweek that was.
The midweek.
Mm-hmm. And real quick, we're going to go backwards here. We're going to start with NXT first because I think.
Thank God.
I think.
Backwards be okay?
Yeah, because I think we have a lot to talk about of the other one.
Yeah.
A lot. So, what is one word you would describe this NXT? Aim and go. You have 5 seconds.
Woo. Woo is one word. Woo counts. Woo counts.
Woo. Mad Mike.
I'm going to go with Canadian.
Oh. I'm surprised none of you said regal.
Yeah. I guess
As in the person and what I thought about NXT.
It was very regal.
It was very regal compared to the other stuff. So, what was your one good thing? Mike, I'll start with you first.
Okay, my one good thing, and I'm probably going to steal both of yours, is the finish of the main event, with Tyson Kidd being a huge uber heel.
Correct.
Basically, if you didn't watch NXT, and you should,
Sami
Zayn accidentally kicked Neville in the junk with a Helluva kick. Then Breeze took down Sami, and Tyson Kidd rolled Breeze out of the way and covered up Adrian Neville. It was fantastic.
And then Tyson Kidd got wrecked. R-E-K-K-E-D, wrecked. Eamon.
My good thing from NXT this week would be the build to the women's title match at TakeOver. I feel like the Charlotte Bayley feud is really coming along super well, both in the actual story that they're telling and in the performances of both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Charlotte is money. I would not be surprised if she gets called up within the next few months. She is so convincing as a wrestler. Like, she comes off as a professional wrestler, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And that's so amazing. It's fun, especially when you see how great the rest of the Flair kids wrestled.
David Flair.
No, David Flair. It is insane to think that is David Flair's sister, because she is just an amazing.
Just say it. She's hot.
Well, no, not even that. She's an amazing pro wrestler, and just the way she worked the crowd, and she has. And both her and Bayley, their promos this week were amazing, I think, as far as believability. They came across as, we've seen in, like, if you ever see the famous Bayley performance skills video that was leaked online.
We're not supposed to see that. Eamon.
We aren't supposed to see that, but you should see it because it's really amazing.
We're not supposed to see that, Eamon.
Well, you should.
You're breaking the rules.
But I'm not sharing a link that you could probably find on Dailymotion. But it is amazing to see Bayley's ability to act is very underrated. And I think she showcased it in this promo. It was really convincing. And I just, like I said, I love the story, and I think I cannot wait to take over and for that match, because that is going to be really, really spectacular stuff. Riz, what is your
William Regal?
Yes, that too.
Really? You thought Regal was good?
He's a good choice.
He's a good choice, absolutely.
He's a great choice.
I think he's good on paper, but tonight he seemed very Teddy Long to me.
Well, I think it was just a case of what they made him do.
Yeah.
I think, in my opinion, because I think someone mentioned it on Twitter, his first act as general manager was basically overridden by 4 unruly wrestlers. So, I don't know if that's too,
It is, but he's William Goddamn Regal. He needs Tajiri back by his side.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
No, I've seen Tajiri lately.
No.
It'd still work.
It's still
What do
working?
you think?
It would still work. Tajiri is not exactly in the best shape, but he's in good shape.
He's in okay shape.
He's not as light as he used to be.
No. He's old.
Yeah, he's older.
But
He's not like old, but he's older.
We are getting off track on this subject.
I want to know one thing, though, because one of the things we talked about after we watched Impact last night was what would happen, basically, if TNA were to be bought, what would happen to the roster. I just want to say, instead of Tajiri, Rockstar Spud would make an amazing assistant for William.
Oh, he would.
I am just putting that out there.
He
WWE, do with that however you wish. Just putting that out there.
Okay.
So,
it's a valid point.
Who did I start with for good?
Me.
So, Eamon, what is your one bad thing about NXT?
I'm pretty sure it's going to be the bad thing that everyone chases, and it's that Bull Dempsey Angela Dawkins match.
Yeah.
That's not my bad thing.
Because fuck Angela Dawkins.
That's not my bad thing.
Okay, Mad Mike.
My bad thing was that the Sasha Bailey match was too short.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, I can see that.
I like watching the two of them wrestle.
I do. I think they told a good story necessarily in a sense, in the fact that based off of all of these matches, Bayley's gaining confidence, so she's able to. I like the fact that she is able to put Sasha away a bit quicker.
True, but I think that Sasha, I think it kind of hurt Sasha a little bit. Like, you could have thrown someone like Alicia Fox or Rosa Mendez or someone like that in that role, because Bayley and Sasha have been having a good feud too, Because
I think what they wanted to do, though, was to supplement the fact that her win wasn't a fluke.
Yeah.
And going back to what my bad thing is, my bad is the way she did win it, because all the while she won, all the announcers could talk about was how this was a fluke win. It felt like a fluke win. It was she caught her at the right time with that move.
Now I'm not I actually didn't pay too much attention to commentary. I'm assuming that those comments came from Alex Riley.
Probably, yeah.
Because Alex Riley is trying way too hard to beat JBL.
To be fair, Alex Riley's whole career is a fluke win.
Oh man.
Hey. Mike,
no.
Mike,
I was too focused.
Say that to his face, okay?
Say it to his
I will.
face.
I will. In fact, I'll tweet it to him right now.
I was too focused on the one of the rosebuds on Superstars right now. You guys should watch Superstars just to see that lady that I'm talking about.
Oh,
Anyways,
I'm not watching Superstars.
We are not doing a Superstars hangout, just so.
No. So we did one good thing and one bad thing. So the one thing I would change, I'm gonna start this one off because you guys always take mine. Because you all took mine first, and now I'm upset about that. My one thing I would change. Honestly, I can't. It was pretty good. There's nothing I would really change except for the Bull Dempsey.
Except for murdering Bull Dempsey and Angela Dawkins.
Because I would have had Mojo Rawley in that role. Which role? Any
Which
of those two roles.
Uh,
Because honestly, what we saw last week, and Eamon, you brought it up in the comments, not in the comments, on Twitter.
yeah, or previously, yeah.
Currently, Mojo Rawley is trying to turn. He's
Yes.
trying to get those gears rolling in his head.
And
That
that's
he can't be happy, go lucky,
hype man.
hype guy. He needs to turn on angry hype.
And that's the thing about, like going back to the fact that this is a developmental company. Like I think there is, I appreciate him trying, and I appreciate the announcers trying to get over the fact that Mojo Rawley is a bit different, and I like that. And I think I've mentioned it before in a hangout. I'm excited for the eventual Mojo Rawley Bull Dempsey match just because I want to see if Mojo Rawley can wrestle sort of a different competitor, and probably not only a different competitor, but what I would assume would be a bit more of an extended match, and how that would work.
All right, that sounds good. Mad Mike, what is your one thing you would change?
The one thing I would change was I would turn off the Ascension's microphones.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The thing about the Ascension is that they should be silent killers. That's what they should be.
But they got over for one.
They're trying.
They did get over
No,
for one dude making a noise a bunch.
Amen. They're getting over in the crowd that's seen them for 300 some odd days doing the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
That will not work on a big stage. And I think that's part of the reason guys like Adam Rose has failed. That's part of the reason that Emma kind of failed.
Well,
I will say
there were other contributing factors to Emma, but not to Adam Rose. Adam Rose was on NXT for a month, had a catchy theme song, everyone was dancing like the fucking Fandango gimmick, and then they're like, "Oh, this is over. Let's bring him up to Raw right away," and it fell flat on its face.
And I wouldn't say that the Ascension is necessarily as over, even to that NXT crowd, as those other gimmicks. I will say the one benefit I think that helps to the idea of the Ascension being called up is that they're doing the same match a lot, the same style of match, and on mainstream WWE television where we see a lot of the same matches and a lot of the same sort of movements and that sort of stuff. Maybe that will favor them. Maybe they'll see, oh, you can fit our formula of how we want you to perform on weekly Raws.
Did that favor Ryback as much?
Yeah, for a little while.
Yeah, then it got stale.
Yeah.
But the Ascension, if they go up to WWE, will be back in 2 months.
No, if the Ascension go up to WWE, you know what they should do with them? Imply that they're foreign, pair them with Lana.
Imply that they're foreign?
No, I'm serious.
No, I'm just I love that. I love that.
Call them the Russian Ascension. Like, call that whole faction the Russian Ascension. You have Rusev, Victor, and Connor. Boom. Because you need to pair them with someone who can talk. You pair the Ascension with Lana and Rusev. That is a tremendous three-man stable.
I am totally down with that, by the way.
Yes.
Eamon?
Oh, the thing I changed. That's a good question. There's not much I would really change, honestly.
Yeah.
Besides killing the people in that Bull Dempsey match, like that's like,
killing the people.
The people in it. Maybe not the referee, but the people in it. But I don't know. Yeah, no more Angelo Dawkins. That would be the thing I would change. Because good God, Angelo Dawkins, you gotta stop.
His name is Percy Benjamin, Eamon.
Oh.
His name is Percy Benjamin. He is a love child of Percy Watson and Shelton Benjamin.
Who were the love childs of every other face black character in WWE.
That is not true.
Yeah. R-Truth is not like that, sir.
None of them are Coco Beware. They do not have birds. They do not have birds, Eamon.
But it is the word. Anyways,
the other show.
By the way, I wanna touch on one thing here that wasn't on the show, but I'm getting so excited just by seeing the face paint pictures of
Prince Devitt.
Prince Devitt. Just the gifs alone of him changing his.
You know what I want to see him do? And this is... I want to see him pay his face like Drax and do a Batista bomb in the middle of the ring. I need to see that. I need to see that. I need to see that be a thing. I want that to happen, and I want the crowd to chant better than Batista because that's the only fucking time it will make sense.
Yeah. Okay. So.
TNA.
Mad Mike, I do respect you trying to get us off of this subject.
Woo!
But what's your one word?
Trouble, 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 trouble. That's all one word.
It is one of the same words.
It is the same.
No.
I will
space in between each trouble.
I will allow it. Eamon.
Bad. Sorry.
Sucked.
Eamon's just scolding the dog that is Impact.
No. It sucked. It sucked.
I actually looked at the live on their Facebook page before watching the show. I was like, oh, this could be a good Impact. EC3 and Rhino, the three-way tag may be good. Aries and Sonata can probably deliver. And
None of them did.
I was
Except
wrong.
for EC3 because of yellow tights.
I was absolutely wrong.
I don't know.
Do we want to start with the opening? Because hey,
no, you know what?
Well, no, we do one good thing, one bad thing, and one thing you
start
change.
with the good thing.
So you both have to think of a good thing on TNA.
Ethan Carter III.
Yeah.
Damn it!
All agreements?
No, I have another good thing.
Oh, yeah.
What
is your other one good thing besides?
I like the Great Sonata.
I don't.
I like it, and it might be because I've seen future things. It might be because I've seen into the future of this, but I like where this is going. I like James Storm being like a redneck sensei.
I do like the James Storm part of it.
He's like drunk Splinter. It's great. I think it's fantastic.
I don't like the fact that. Here's the thing: the whole idea of it is great. The idea of it is very good. The execution isn't good because Sonata doesn't really wrestle any differently. He missed people.
He changes a little bit. He changes
Does he?
his style a little bit. Yeah.
Like I said, this is just what we're digesting.
This is just this week. This is not
but
the future.
As of this week, he didn't wrestle any different.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a progression thing, but I like the whole gimmick. I like
the gimmick.
I like the. It's the most interested I've been in James Storm in at least a year and a half. At least a year and a half. So.
All right. So, have your pick.
I can go first.
What is your one? What is your one bad thing about TNA this week?
Well, Riz, I have a bad thing in mind, but I'm a little worried about to say it because I don't want to get any cheap heat. Wink, wink. I don't want to. I don't want to fucking
That was gonna be my bad thing because
my bad thing is insider terms. Tommy Dreamer, stop it.
No. Oh no, Amen. No, there was something way worse about that promo than Tommy Dreamer saying cheap heat.
It was really bad.
There was something way fucking worse.
Are you talking about the part where he called Bobby Lashley the best world champion?
No.
Just in this company, but in any other company?
I'm talking about MVP talking about the police brutality in New York City.
Oh.
That is fucking horrible.
Yeah.
I don't care.
New York?
I don't. No, that's. Yeah, in New York. There was a guy in, I want to say Queens. I forget. Forgive my inaccuracy with this. But, inaccuracy. Whatever. Shut up. But no, there was, there was a guy that was killed by the police using a
The
non-sanctioned chokehold. And for him to actually bring that up, that is not. That's no.
No, that's the thing.
Like,
and
they are lucky I was not at that Impact, because I would have made the little children in front of me earmuffs, because that is, and that's not even heel heat. That's just not being a decent person.
That's just stupid. Just to bring something that current.
Yeah, and keep in mind, I was the guy who was fine with what Lana said, because Lana wasn't specific.
Lana was very vague.
Lana was very vague because U.S. Russian relationships are what they are, and they always have been. But MVP literally said NYPD will choke someone and they will be lying on the ground. That is a very, very specific reference, and a very, very not good one.
It is very much cheap heat, and that is definitely a worse thing. Here's the other thing, though, Tommy Dreamer. You don't have to point out that it's cheap heat. Like, stop it. Stop. I hate fucking insider terms.
Did Tommy Dreamer...
You want one thing to turn me off from a wrestling promotion is use insider terms.
Eamon, it depends on how insider terms are used. It entirely depends on the context, because when Edge and Christian did it, it was very funny. When Joseph Park did it, it was very funny.
When Joseph Park did it, it was funny, but also you shouldn't be using those terms.
No, but it's all
and Sting and Sting breaking kayfabe on TNA is not conducive.
Anyways,
yes.
So Mad Mike, that is your one bad thing, or do you have another one?
No, that's not my one bad thing, but
what is your one bad thing? Because there is a handful that we have to get through on this one.
My one bad thing, I think, is Sam Shaw.
Really? I'm just shocked and not to say that out of all the things on the show, though.
Sam Shaw. I like the character of Sam Shaw. I want to go on record as saying this. I have. He does it very well. Couple things this week just didn't really fit with. Like, is Gunner the new Christy Hemme?
I was gonna say the pseudo-gay overtones.
Yeah.
And also
gay overtones, or the extremely.
And also, if that's what it is, that shouldn't be a bad thing.
No. We're not, and I'm not implying that it is.
I guarantee you, with Mr. Anderson, it will be treated as such.
Yeah.
But also with Sam Shaw, hey Sam, buddy, you cannot draw a New York City skyline when you are in the middle of Manhattan.
Mm-hmm.
That's not how skylines work. Skylines are like, you have to look across the sky to see it. Like, if you're just drawing the buildings, you're just drawing the buildings. That's not a skyline. All right, that just bothered me because I live in New York. So
so now I have the choice of any match that I want to pick.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There are a lot of choices.
Let's see.
To be fair, I like some of the matches. So
I could have said the 6-man tag, the X Division clusterfuck that was,
which had one fun spot and the rest of it was just a clusterfuck.
Yeah,
that was a fun match if you didn't care who was on.
It was a fun match, and that's why I'm not saying that one. It could have been the Knockouts match,
which was not a fun match.
Which was not a fun match.
No, it wasn't. I mean, it depends. If you're just there to see boobies,
which that crowd made very obvious with the "We Want Puppies" chant. Mm-hmm. Note that this is the same crowd that 2 weeks ago chanted "Better Than Divas" for a fucking Angelina Love match.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, that depends on which divas.
Mm-hmm. But the way I'm gonna go, the 3-team tag team match.
Really?
That's your worst.
Horrible.
That's your worst?
It was no. It wasn't even that. It was less than I expected from those guys.
Oh, okay.
Do you?
It's the first in a series,
Yeah,
but I think that's why you might be thinking it was less than what you expected.
it was because it
But
was
I don't know. I
like,
don't know. I liked it.
and also it's the main event of the evening. That main event should be main event like.
I was gonna say the worst match was Lashley versus Dreamer.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah. Oh
I
my
thought,
god, that was bullshit.
but I expected nothing from the knockouts. I
And got
expected,
it.
yeah, and I expected like a spot fest with the six man,
And got it.
but I was expecting a lot more than I was given. By
I think you were expecting too much from the first. If it was just a one-off match, I'd agree with you. But because the first in the series and they're gonna elevate this to a title match, I
mm,
understand. Because remember, like the best of 5 series between Edge and Christian and the Hardys.
but then
The
again,
the
yeah,
first match was just like a normal tag team match, and it was fine. It was serviceable, but they knew there was bigger stuff coming on the horizon.
yeah, but I think what kind of
the
did it
formula
inform,
screws it.
yeah, because
Three
Eamon and
team.
I were discussing like how this match was going to happen,
Because we said,
like
like,
how the
is it a
series
best of 5
was.
series? No, it can't be.
It's
They don't specify a
they
number.
don't
They say
specify
that
anything.
they say the first team to get 2 wins.
Yeah.
So,
So
like,
if 3D wins next week,
so it's a
then
best of 4.
no, it's not even a best of 4.
Well, it kind of is. Because they
But
can all split 1 win, and then the 4th match would be the
here,
deciding one.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
while talking, I realized what my problem is, and hear me out. I just wanted to clump everything all in one little space, because when I was watching TNA this past week, I was angry through the entire show, and that main event pushed me off the edge.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who would have thought any of that was good. Vince Russo?
People who
People who take
People who-
selfies?
people who stopped watching wrestling in 2000 and then got back into it.
People who are, captioning photos of wrestling?
People who only watch TNA.
People who
People
are
who
writing
people who
TNA
people who
on their Twitter account,
No,
which,
seriously.
by the way, sucks, by the
It does suck. The only people, honest answer, the only people that like is fans of TNA and fans of TNA who used to watch WWE. Those are the only people. People who only watch
WCW.
WWE. Well, because this is a WCW case, but the people who thought that that was a dream match and a phenomenal match clearly have not watched enough professional wrestling.
No,
that wasn't a dream match by any stretch of the imagination.
it was
More
supposed
than
to be, though. It was billed as a dream match with the current and the former of the greatest tag teams in all of professional wrestling.
You can't really call it a dream 3-way match
When
if
2 of them have already fought.
when 2 of them have already fought like thousands of times.
Yeah, but
Like
you
if I
added
could come
that.
up with a dream tag team match, it'd be like the Hardys versus
The American Wolves.
I don't even know, like the Rhodes brothers versus fuck, I don't even know. Like Claudio and Hero.
Yeah,
But in
Kings of
turn,
Wrestling.
That to me is like a dream 3-way tag match.
but going to my point, that is the opinion of someone who has watched more wrestling than just TNA and just WWE.
Not necessarily.
But you wouldn't know who the Kings of Wrestling were if you didn't just watch.
Okay, but you might know who the American Wolves are if you watch ROH.
Okay, one other company. But that's
Well,
my
no,
point.
but that's what TNA is saying. If you watch WWE, if you watch Ring of Honor, and you like these three teams, one could argue it's a dream match. It probably is someone's dream match. It probably is. Somewhere in the universe, there's someone who's like, dude, the Hardys versus the Dudleys versus the Wolves? Yes, give me that. And I'll be honest, the match I saw of them was really fun. It was
Yeah, but
super fun.
that's in the future though.
It's in the future, but I think
It's also in a gimmick match.
yeah,
And
but
we
every
noted-
other match of theirs is going to be a gimmick match from now on.
Right.
This
Which
was the
they-
first one to set it up.
Which they may be a bit more palatable from the fact that, like we mentioned with the six-man tag, Spot Fest. It's TNA doesn't do good wrestling matches. They do Spot Fest.
I hate to tell you guys, the Hardys, Dudleys, and Edge and Christian never had a non-gimmick match.
They had a couple.
No, really?
They had a few.
Really?
I remember
Really?
Yeah, I can remember a few, but let's not get into that.
For
The thing
the
is-
belt?
It's
For the belts? No.
for the belts.
I will show you stuff after we finish.
Yeah,
recording.
let's. Speaking of that, if you want to see us talk more about this,
Oh wait, thing we changed.
Oh.
Thing we changed.
Yeah, we got to change
oh,
it.
thing we changed.
My thing. Can I note?
Really quick.
Attention to detail, because we mentioned before that Bully Ray is suddenly a face now, even though not too long ago he was talking about pile driving babies and setting
And
them on
he
fire.
put a 40-plus-year-old woman through a table.
But guess what? It's even beyond that this week, because this time he's actually standing across a ring from the guy that he said that to, and they're acting like friends.
I think I appreciate that story behind Chris Melendez.
It's a great. That's awesome.
You know, I don't.
Really
I don't.
cool.
No,
I
but
don't.
you could have done that story in a pre-recorded package instead.
You also could replace Mr. Anderson with Gunner.
Well, no, but
And that would have solved that continuity
but
problem.
Amy,
I
if
do
that's
not-
not the actual story.
No,
If that's not the actual story, it loses all of its meaning.
I do not. I do not fault TNA for what they did this week, because that was supposed to be on Thursday, and that was supposed to be on 9.
No.
Oh,
No.
It wasn't supposed to be.
No, 9/11 isn't for 2 weeks, sir.
Yeah.
No, trust me. The thing that they wanted to film for 9/11, that was the show I was at. Trust me. That's not...
Something bad happens, doesn't it?
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
But...
Oh, it's fine.
Okay, it's fine. Okay.
No, all
Um,
right, I'll just spoil it. It's not really anything.
No,
They bring out a color guard for him and everything.
Oh,
It's actually very nice. It's actually very nice. I enjoyed it a lot. So
Mr.
Okay.
Futurama Mad Mike.
yeah. Let's see. The one thing I would change, I would. Oh God, I don't even know. Like I would have given I would have just had Jessica Havoc debut this week and beat the fuck out of both Madison and
The other one.
what's her name?
Taryn.
Taryn.
That would have been a perfect time to do it, honestly, because that was a shit match.
But you expected that to be a shit match.
I did.
No, not necessarily.
Because here's the thing. I remember when Taryn Terrell first debuted in TNA, and if anyone remembers listening to old after shows, I fucking hated Taryn Terrell. I thought she was the fucking worst. Then she started to have matches with Gail Kim, and then she actually started to show that she was trying to improve and was actually improving a bit, and I started to warm up to her. Now she's just fucking terrible again.
I wonder if having a baby makes you forget all your wrestling.
It very possibly could. But yeah, she hit a back elbow on Madison Rayne, like on the top of her head.
Dude, only one of her clotheslines connected.
And she did like
only one of them.
She
also
did like the butt bump of a clothesline.
Yeah, she tried to do like the sliding diva clotheslines that where you go to your knees instead of like actually just like doing a clothesline like normal. But like she did it with her ass.
Well, I mean,
No.
yeah,
No, she doesn't have one.
butts.
She doesn't have one. my one. I'm in the same boat as Mad Mike here. I don't. This episode of TNA to me was so. Oh, I know. I would have changed the way they announced the main
Rude
event for
versus
next week.
yeah.
Because actually I was reading what's her name, Danielle
Daniel Matheson, yes.
Danielle Matheson's report on on
Oh,
TNA.
the generic TNA promo she
The
did.
generic,
Oh,
because
so good.
that's exactly what I thought. It was just, hey,
You can apply that for the tag teams too.
yeah, it's like, hey, I respect you, but you have a title shot, and I have a title shot.
And we
So
used to be a tag team.
So we may have been a tag team. So let's fight it out equally. You are my best friend.
Respect.
That's it. That was it. That was it.
I just wonder why they needed 3 segments to get to the most logical conclusion ever.
Yeah.
Like if Kurt Angle came out and said, "Okay, so we're going to have Bobby Roode and Eric Young have a game of tiddlywinks to see who's the number 1 contender," I would have approved of that.
But
Hate
they have 2 hours to drag out of nothing. They had
when you're buying for time on a 2-hour show as opposed to a 3-hour show, it says something.
Yeah, because let's face it, they were doing work in a Holiday Inn Express.
Well,
yeah, that's where they were.
The show, it looks very odd. Like when you've actually seen one of these TNA tapings that they do, and you can tell like where they're cutting stuff and everything, the show looks really, really, really disjointed. Like it looks super disjointed. Like some people don't get entrances. Like as soon as the finish happens, it cuts to a backstage segment because they realize at the tapings they don't actually film any backstage segments. They don't film story unless it's in the ring. They don't film it. Like it's, and they really should take the time to do that. Because like I went to a taping at a Daily Show, and they time it out while the live audience is there.
Here's the thing, though, but you can't for a show that tapes what is it, 3 or 4 episodes
In advance.
Spot in advance in that same spot. If you put in like shots from outside the ring, you're going to be there forever.
Yeah, but
that's
you don't have to do commercial breaks. You just like.
That's why the show in Pittsburgh, the whole Christmas episode of Raw. That's why we all were dead tired by the end of the night.
It fucks with the crowd is the thing, and it's just from a fact of they do the tapings from a fact of necessity and not because it benefits the show in any which way. And it really it hurts the crowd. It hurts the crowd.
It does. It does.
Because you have to sit through that
I was
much.
there for a 4-hour TNA show.
That's ridiculous. Like how to sit through a 4-hour wrestling show, with so much shit going on.
They filmed like 2.5 shows, and
did they pay you in advance?
Well, I got my tickets for free, so come on.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dave Lagana. Thank you for the show, Dave Lagana. But I did pay back. I got an Ethan Carter Trouble shirt.
Cool.
Right? It's a great shirt, I gotta say. I'm really proud of it.
So, to wrap this up, TNA sucked.
NXT was better.
NXT was better.
Oh, please. Oh, please.
No. Hear me out.
Yeah.
Hear me out. I'm kind of talking this out in my head. I don't think Impact was as bad as you guys think it was.
Oh.
And to be honest, NXT was very filler this week. Not saying the TNA wasn't, but you have a bullshit Mojo Rawley match, a bullshit Ascension match, and a really short Bailey match. That does not a good NXT make.
They still
But they
developed
had a
story.
great main event.
They had great main events. They had a good women's match, even though it was short. And they developed stories, and they developed them better than TNA did.
All right, well, I'm still gonna go Impact. I'm
Wow.
gonna go Impact.
Riz, what do you pick?
NXT.
NXT. So, hey, there we go.
So Eamon is Bruce Pritchard.
Yes.
Anyways,
Wait, hold on. TNA gets a chance to kick out.
yeah, TNA gets a kick out. But we are running out of time. If you guys want to hear us talk more about wrestling, probably about better wrestling, probably, join us every Tuesday night roundabouts 9 o'clock at live.sorgatronmedia.com for the Wrestling Mayhem Show, where you can watch Mad Mike, Eamon, well, maybe Eamon, and myself talk nonstop about professional wrestling for an hour or so. And also, Eamon has his own show, because he's too good for us.
Also because people didn't want me to talk about indie wrestling on the main show, so I talked about my own show.
Who's the fake wrestler you have on now?
Whoa, wait
Next
a minute.
week?
Whoa.
No, I'm just kidding. Who is the indie wrestler?
My
that
dad
you
wasn't
want?
fake. My family wasn't fake. You should never been broken.
Whoa.
Whoa. What?
It's from a U shoot. It's funny.
Who's
some
your
people make
guest?
a reference from this past week.
You really shouldn't make references to things that only you get.
Say your guest, Eamon.
Well, from this past week, we had Gigolo James Johnson on the show, and also an impromptu double interview with Matthew Palmer as well, and it was really fun. So you should check that out. It's actually probably one of my favorite episodes we've done. So.
You don't have a guest for next week?
I don't know the guest for next week because that's Sorg's week.
That's Sorg's week.
So whatever Sorg picks.
Whatever Sorg picks, and I think I know where he's leaning towards, and
Oh, that's right.
I think I know where he's leaning towards. I'm not gonna spoil it.
Oh man, if where next week goes the way it's gonna go, I may actually just stay on the call.
Well, we might be muted, but I'm gonna stay on too.
Yeah.
So also we talk about video games and movies and a lot of other things. If you're interested, live.sorgatronmedia.com every Tuesday night, starting around about 4 o'clock.
Yeah, he starts around 4. This week I'm going to talk about Camp Nowhere.
Sorg's crazy. So for Mad Mike, for Eamon, I am Riz. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Trouble. TNA
TNA sucked.